All right. Shalom, 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 y'all. And Michael Israel. You watching Spiritual Combat. It's definitely grape season. Cause it's like you can't find bad grapes nowhere, man. All the grapes is crunchy and yummy and off the chain. So but anyway, hey, did you say what time, D? Okay. All right. So but I want to say shalom to y'all. As y'all can tell by the title of the video, we're going to be going in. We're going to just be talking about a couple things concerning what I've seen out there. It's kind of a continuation to the last video. Hey, shalom, Brother Daniel. I got to hit you up. We got to arrange something for me to be coming up there and everything like that. So I'll be hitting you up later. But yeah, y'all so we're gonna be talking about that, some things I've seen. I'm gonna try to go once again very diplomatic about what I'm gonna be about what I saw, okay? But you can only be so diplomatic, you know. So because I like to come straight down the middle for the most part. All right. And then we're gonna talk about some herb things and health. And then after that, Q&A, whatever y'all got. I'll go back through go back through all the comments here. But anyway, on my last show, somebody threw their assembly in there like, hey, what about this assembly? Blah, blah, blah. I wouldn't say they're light years behind, maybe only a couple light years. And yeah, I'll just tell you, they're light years. Okay, basically, for the most part, uh, that assembly is made up of basically folks from another assembly, a bunch of other assemblies. But the long or the short of it is this: they have non-messianics teaching there. So right there, that's a big red flag to me. And then they have uncovered women teaching there. When I say uncovered, I'm not talking about their hair, just women who are not married, who, they they're not. What can they really, bring out? You know what I'm saying? So right there, I was like, okay, that's right there. Your foundation is all jacked up. So how you gonna move forward and bring forth some serious fruit? You know what I'm saying? When you're kind of compromised in two foundational areas, like you didn't mix your concrete right or something like that. And so after that, I kind of, all right, let me keep looking. And from what I see, it's just a typical assembly where, hey, we do YouTube videos, we teach lessons, profound biblical history lessons, basically. So, like I said in a video a while back, your typical Hebrew Israelite moray or whatever they call themselves, all at the end of the day, that these assemblies are literally like going to a college history course or a college philosophy course. That's it. And that's basically all the ministry is made up of. No action, no footwork, no fruit. And like I said, Straitway's light years ahead of that because we actually bear fruit. You actually, yeah, you're gonna learn the word in biblical lessons, but then you're gonna go out and use it in the field. You understand what I'm saying? That's the best way I could put it. And that's what I'm seeing here, being a part of Straitway here, being a part of Straitway, Florida, head of the assembly down here. That's what we see. We live this thing every day. We're growing, we're developing, we're maturing spiritually. I see growth all over the place in the assembly down here, with people making sacrifices for the assembly, people really walking out, loving their brothers as they love themselves. Not in word, shalom, ak, and aki, and akoti, and all this stuff, but not in word, but in deed, where they're sacrificing their time or their resources, or sacrificing their will. That's a big one there. You know what I'm saying? We see it. Like I said, this past week, I've been insanely busy. I said in some earlier videos, I had asked y'all to keep us busy in the busy season. And I sent up another pair. Can you keep us kind of busy in the busy season? Because I got so busy this week. It's like the wheels started falling off. And had to dial things back a little bit and focus in, because this week here was a blur. You know what I'm saying? Getting up 4 a.m, go into my first job, get off that at 3 in the afternoon, then go work the business till 9, 10 at night, and come home. Only thing you got time to do is eat, shower, and go back to sleep, rinse, and repeat. You know what I'm saying? But it's for a righteous cause, because a lot of things we're doing, trying to think through, and let me say this, this stuff is not possible with spiritually undeveloped people. You're not going to be able to be obedient to what you're asked to do, and be able to, one of the big things I see is brothers and sisters, like, real hard time following instructions. Like I talk about this all the time, even in myself. It was something that perplexed me for years, and until I really prayed to Yah hard about it, and and he showed me hard. You know what I'm saying? So, but hey, Chris. Okay. Chris. Yeah. Hey, back pull his van out, back mine in, and we're gonna unload. So anyway, and there's always growth. Even this week, man, real talk, Most High showed me, an area I need to grow in, and it didn't feel good. It's like weightlifting pain, but your muscle's gonna get bigger when you take that correction. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, these other assemblies, man. Look, that assembly that dude came on and asked about, I would say they further behind than a lot of other ones out there. And I'm not attacking anybody, but it is what it is. And you ask, I'll tell. It's it's basically made up of the people that were up at that Detroit event, basically. So yeah, so you know, like I said, it's one of the reasons why I want to come on here and talk about this because, man, it's like people. This is what the big deception is in the nation. Is like people ignoring what they're seeing. Like these assemblies out here and all these other, they're doing absolutely nothing. You know what I'm saying? I if they were doing something, you'd see it. They'd be talking about, but literally they're not coming together. And that's the big thing that absolutely nobody want to do. Nobody wants to actually live together, you know? So they're not coming together. They're not, uh, you know, you just don't see fruit. Anything that's going to be of any worth. Now you see everybody starting businesses, starting little one man, two man businesses all over the place. You know, hey, I sell accessories, I sell t-shirts, I sell, you know, stuff that's kind of straightforward to do. But once again, you don't see these other assemblies employing their own brothers and sisters and everything like that. Like stuff that would really, you know, that really requires sacrifice and selflessness. You understand what I'm saying? So, like I said, I don't see it out there. You know, don't even we're not even getting into the meat of the thing of actually walking out Yah's uh, word without doing a bunch of bending to the scripture. You know, especially when you see how these women are in these other assemblies. It's just it's sad. I was like, man, that thing can't go nowhere right there. Just cause what y'all letting y'all women gad abroad, y'all letting y'all women run around and fulfill whatever they trying to do or whatever instead of like there's a scripture in the word where it says keep them busy. You know, keep them locked in and engaged. And you know what that comes down to, the reason why these women are the way they are in these other assemblies and ministry, man, a woman is naturally wired up to follow, but there's nothing for them to follow in these other assemblies. There's just a bunch of talk, no footwork. I don't see nothing. Now, I'm just telling you my experience here. What I've watched with the sisters here is they have seen the footwork going forth. They see the fruit coming forth, and it is literally not a burdensome task or anything like that to get in their biblical feminine role. You know, when they see the footwork going forth, you know, I mean, they see the brothers shaking, shaking heavy, moving hard, not being left, not being right, getting after it. You know what I'm saying? And then they see the fruits of the brothers' labors here and everything like that. So the sisters naturally get after it. The sisters look at um, the ministry as a whole, the atmosphere of biblical righteousness in Straitway as a whole. What's coming forth? I know Sister Koya is, you know, she is has been thoroughly educating herself on home birth and everything that comes in with that, and some of the support that she's my keys. Okay. Um, you know, she's gotten support from sisters in Straitway, um, Pastor Corey's wife, Sister Gabby, and just been learning a huge amount. And it's like it's a blessing because I look at what's going on in these schools out here in the world. Some of the jobs we're on, you know, of course, you come into contact with the world, and they are going a totally different, destructive direction. And it's just a blessing that, you know, I can have the women that are around me, my daughters, my wife, and the other sisters, that they're in a righteous environment. It's a blessing, and that is a huge piece of fruit right there. You know what I'm saying? A huge thing that can be talked about that puts us light years ahead of these, other assemblies out there. So yeah. Well, so yeah, y'all, that's what's going on with that. The other thing is we got a bunch of tinctures made up. I don't know exactly uh, the amount of I don't know the exact amount of tinctures and stuff we got. But I know, you know, what you want to do is go to householdherbs.com, because y'all, what I pretty much done, I come up with the formulas and figure and test them out on how they gonna work, and then once they good to go and they ready to go into production, I hand them over to Sister Koya. Sister Koya do the labeling, bottling, mixing, and all that other stuff, with excellence. And then, I guess she lists the quantities on the website. But we've been getting a lot of good testimonies back from brothers and sisters saying really helped them out. So that's blessed. Had another brother, brother Cedric down here before the feast. I had him doing a bunch of Mullen and Ella campaign, and because he had post nasal drip, he'd always have sinus issues where like his sinuses were kind of dripping in the back of his throat and like that all the time, because the sinus always, man, he took that stuff for about 3 days and then knocked it out. Big old facts. That's 100. He'll be in here. He'll put his comments in here if he's in there. So and like I said, it's nothing. It's you read up on how to make tinctures and you buy Mullen and Ella campaign, and it's not that complicated, y'all. It's something you could do yourself, All right, so what I'm gonna do, y'all, I'm gonna go through these comments and say shalom to everybody. All right, shalom, brother Tony, brother Daniel, shalom to you. Good to see you on here. Shalom, brother Darusha. Good to see you on here. Brother Michael, shalom. All right. Mark on my way. Shalom, man. You right here in Jacksonville. Shalom to you. All right. Shalom, brother Bernard. Lee Jones said, might be light years ahead. However, we are still in the Stone Ages and light years away from the days of old. Y'all, what I would say is, once again, what does the word say? You got to look at the word. You can hey, tell him to pull forward so we get the doors open. Uh, um, nah, I was what when you look at Yah's word, you can gauge exactly where we're at when you look at when we look at our obedience to the word. You know what I'm saying? Um, the word calls for us to be obedient to it today. You know what I'm saying? And we're not as far away as you think. This whole technological mask or deception makes you think you far away from everything, but that's part of what we need to come out of. All right, brother Brandon, shalom to you. Rob, shalom. All right, blessings to you. All right, shalom. Jesse, shalom to you. Might say fire. Amen. Shalom, shalom. All right, so we got a comment here. Let's see what they're saying. If we looking at it from a godly standpoint, the goal is to have your soul saved and have the testimony of the Son. If you don't have that, you're not doing the works you have to obtain. The Spirit, a group of people could do all of those other things and still not be accepted by, I agree with you. But what I'm saying is, how are you going to develop your spirit being an individual, like being an isolation, like being all by yourself? When once again, the word, he said, the words that I speak are spirit and are truth, and he tells you to love your brother as you love yourself. In Acts chapter 2, they came together and had all things in common. You see what I'm saying? So a person, and what you see after you actually do it, not talk about it, not have meetings on the Shabbat and all that stuff, but what you see after you actually do this and share all things is you see the stranglehold that this Babylonian individual-like culture has on you, on your spiritual development and on your spiritual growth. So once again, that's taught in clever words, but I'm telling you to sell all the stuff you have. Come together with your brother. Go live up under the same roof with your brother and get that spiritual sharpness. See all that selfishness you have on yourself. You understand what I'm saying? So I see what you're saying, but in a way, it's clever words and gobbledygook when the reality is, it's the word says you will know them by their fruits. Well, what are those fruits? Are the fruits? It says, watch this. What you said? Your soul. You said the goal is to have your soul saved and have the testimony of the Son. What is the testimony of the Son? What is having your soul saved? See, break it down into because there's ambiguity in what you're saying. Break it down in the concrete terms, in the Hebraic terms. What are the fruits? What did they do? What did they do in Acts chapter 2? How did they live? You see what I'm saying? What people are doing is deceiving themselves. They're deceiving themselves into hey Umber, try to keep all that together because I'm an organizer. They're deceiving themselves and in it not taking any action. But I've heard that time and time again. So like I said, then what are the fruits? And why is a so-called Hebrew Israelite community doing the exact same thing as a Christian community, and they're getting the exact same results as a Christian community? They're getting the exact same results as just the regular secular black community. Why don't you see us come together like a nation of like-minded believers? Why don't you see us come together functioning like the other nations function? Because people ain't got their spirit right. They still got spirits of selfishness and greed and individuality and Babylonian minds. Y'all put a 100 up in there if y'all understand where I'm coming from. And please break that term down of what you said, where you said, where it says there, what did that say there? The testimony of Yeshua. All right. All right. Somebody said shalom. Shalom, Natali. Natalie. Shalom, Mikael. See, part of the thing, shalom, Josh. Part of the issue, we are not above that which is written. Exactly. See, part of the issue is, you know, shalom to you, Thomas. 100. Let's see. Straitway believes in polygyny, which is whack and isn't biblical for today's times. I beg to differ, but once again, if you're an individualite and you're an isolationite and you watch videos and you're one of these Babylonian Hebrews that are very much entrenched and deceived unknowingly by this wicked ass culture in America, you're not going to notice. See, the Bible doesn't make sense till you actually start doing it. You understand what I'm saying? And most of y'all are not doing anything. You're sitting there, you're living just like this wicked ass nation tells you to live. You send your wife to work, you're sending your kids to them to be educated, and you're not coming together with any like-minded believers. You're not coming together economically or any other way with them. You just meet with them for a couple hours on the weekend. So you more living like it's a social club than a lifestyle. So you're not gonna get it. It's not gonna make sense to you. All right. All right, I got y'all. The pastor is married to young girls. Like, oh yeah, like that's a wicked sin. Look, I can show you young women married to young men, giving them STDs, beating them, not taking care of them, not leading them, putting the whole family in danger. I could show you a whole bunch of broken families where they're married to men the same age. Once again, you got a Babylonian mind. You don't even realize that you're deceived. You thinking like Oprah instead of thinking according to Yah's word, where it's in the word. Like we're telling you, he's doing something that's in the word, and you literally sitting there with a Babylonian mind, sounding like you're on the Oprah Winfrey show. So anyway, ain't that. All right, shalom, 100 Elliot. Yep. Crazy Garden, shalom. Brandon, shalom to you. If you believe that where is the appointed judge by Yah? Where is the appointed? Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeshua is the appointed priest. You got to go read, man. Read your book. All right, we're going to keep it moving, though, man. We ain't going to get caught up in your feelings with you. All right. Macaroni Tony said, at this point, people are just trolling when some of us want to learn. Thank you, moderator, for deleting their comments. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, we're not getting caught up in that. It's simple, basic book. And listen, when you begin to live communally, you see why you see multiple reasons why multiple wives are needed. Okay? It makes sense. But if you're living in this divided and defeated Babylonian culture, this stuff doesn't make sense because you're not living according to what Yah's set apart word. Understand what I'm saying? Anyway, y'all. Want to know, do y'all have any questions, comments, concerns? Somebody said the testimony of the Son is contained in the scriptures from Genesis to John, the death, burial, and resurrection, and how everything you see written was about him and not about the people. Okay? But what does he want you to do? Okay? What are you supposed to do? Just sit there and talk about that? What did he command you to do? You see what I'm saying? He commands you to be obedient and obey something. There is action required. What is the action required? Just sitting there saying, "Oh, I know the testimony," and that's it, and then go and continue living this Babylonian lifestyle and everything? What are you to do? What are your action steps? It's not complicated. Because people have been brainwashed for so long by Christianity and all that stuff. They literally read over this stuff and they don't see it. They literally read over Acts chapter 2 of what the apostles did, the Acts of the Apostles. They literally read right over that and they can't see it because their minds have been blinded. You see what I'm saying? So we can just keep it 1,000. Once again, when you live this, you see it. When you have selfless brothers and sisters around you that are willing to come together and do everything, you get it. You get living set apart. Huh? So this is why a lot of people, they've been in assemblies and these ministries, some of them for years, and they're struggling with the same sin. They haven't developed spiritually. They haven't developed in any way culturally. They haven't developed economically. There's just no change in their life. Women still crazy. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said, there he goes. All right. He said, look at this. He said, to overcome your flesh, love your brothers, love your wife as yourself, have a heart of faith, etc. Yeah. And I'm trying to get this dude down, get him down to the truth. How do you love your brothers as you love yourself? Now, what we do here, we all live under one roof. We share everything we have with each other. All of our money goes into one pot. We count nothing as our own. Like what they're doing, they're unloading my van so that one of the other brothers could use it to do some work. Now, how do you love your brother? I'd like to know. Go ahead and answer and let me know how you love your brother, because that is how you're going to overcome your flesh. When you got to share everything you have in this world. You see what I'm saying? So we're going to just walk that thing down till, we get, and am I doing what the apostles did in Acts chapter 2, where they had all things in common? You see what I'm saying? Did the rich young ruler do that? No, he kept it moving because what? He had great worldly wealth. He didn't want to share all. He did not what? Overcome his flesh. He didn't do it. Get your woman in there in the house together with other women. Is she willing to do it? Is she gonna overcome her flesh? You see what I'm saying? This thing is basic, but people basically don't want to do the basics. All right. Those that get a good understanding in those that follow commandments, I'm not sure what they were saying there. All right. Vin Diesel is and I don't know what he talking about. All right, to overcome. All right, what time you don't have anything? Somebody said what? time you don't have anything, will you still be able to go there? I think she's saying, what if you don't uh okay. It says what I think they she meant, what if I don't have anything, will you still be able to go there? Everybody got something. And like I said, the Most High say he came to the poor, like to the downtrodden and everything like that. He said it's hard for people who have a lot of stuff to uh, give and donate a lot of stuff. Hey, look, let me show y'all something, man. Just so you see how people be bullshit. But look, this the person right here who put 100. That's Rob Mathis. He's a NFL super duper star. You know, he came into this, gave all, shared all. You see what I'm saying? He gets it. You know, the Most High is dealing. But we have brothers and sisters here who really don't have anything, but they give all. They give all their time, their commitment, their obedience, their their willpower and all that. Okay. So he said to love his brother, he said by telling him the truth, honest truth. If he's if he needs a hand, I'm there. It's not hard. Okay, book it though. Cause see, I do that with my brothers too. If they need a hand, I lend them a hand, they lend me a hand. Okay. But then we also have put all of our stuff together in common and live together like brothers. You understand what I'm saying? And I can book it. I could book it in the word. And then I can show you the fruit that's been bared from coming together and having all things in common. Y'all put a 100 up in there if you understand that. Okay. All right. Let's see. What if I don't have anything? Phone is tweaking. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, like I said, we have brothers and sisters who, like, some people, like for instance, when I came in this, I didn't have a lot of money and I didn't have a lot of time. But what I did have is a lot of know-how and understanding and stuff like that, and motivation and my labor. You know what I'm saying? And it's not all about money and all that stuff, So yeah. All right, let's see. All right. Brother Elliot put, I would have never seen the wickedness that was within until I came together with like-minded brothers. We are blind to ourselves. Hey, y'all, put a 100 in there for my brother, Elliot Mitchell, for dropping that jewel. And he not charging any money for that. He put that in there for the free ski. Because he perfectly articulated exactly what I'm trying to explain to the one brother here, where there's stuff, like for instance, what got revealed to me as short as yesterday was a big issue that I had no idea was there. But because of us coming together with our brothers, it gets seen and you got to deal with it. Seeing a lot of people really don't want that growth. You can live by yourself in your house, in your own little comfortable, environment, and deceive yourself into think you good? Yeah, good. Okay. Everything's out of front there. That's mine. Yeah. My flashlight. Yeah, I got my USB flashlight plugged in. Yeah, I'm gonna need that because we're gonna be going out to the school today. All right. But yeah, you can deceive yourself into thinking you walking righteously, just like a Christian. But the reason why you really don't see stuff popping in your life is because you're really not walking this thing out. Period. It's not complicated. Now, The other thing, like a little example is like a lot of people, they think they good and they get married and then all hell break loose because like with our, especially with our people, you can't even get two of them to come together. So do it on this level and there's going to be really be some spiritual growth and some sharpening. Yeah, yeah, you can put that right there. All right. So yeah, Brother Elliot, that was good, man. Let me read that again. He said, I would have never seen the wickedness that was within until I came together with like-minded brothers. And when he says came together with like-minded brothers, he don't mean for 2 hours on the weekend. He means living with them. Okay? All right. Somebody said, that's what I mean. If you're leaving your family with nothing, meaning no money, but willing to work. Yeah, that's it, man. That's a huge contribution. Work. You know what I'm saying? Huge. Listen, everybody has something to contribute. You know, whether and it's go all this stuff has been going on for years in Straitway. Whether you're a paraplegic, whether you're retired, whether you're a retired senior citizen, whether you know the young children, whatever, everybody brings something to the table. Okay, so yeah, man. So let's see what we got here. So he said, but just because you give all doesn't mean you believe in Yah. The Old Testament, you seen all them together and didn't believe and broke the law. That's all I'm saying. It's book for that. Yeah, but what I'm saying is you breaking the law, living the way you're living. You understand what I'm saying? Um, you see what I'm saying? Uh, and let me break it all the way down. You said, but just because you don't, but just because you gave all doesn't mean you believe in Yah. Yeah, but just because you believe in Yah and you don't give all, don't mean you really believe that. You see what I'm saying? You got it. Yeah, I agree. There's multiple things you do. You got to walk this thing out in spirit and in truth. But a lot of people say they believe Yah and they talk a good game and it sounds like they believe Yah. But what I always say, I'm watching your footwork. That's going to tell me everything. The Most High said people are going to come to him in those days and say, Lord, Lord, have I not done this, that, and other? And he's going to say, depart from me. Your works were iniquity. So your works were lawless. So the way you dealt with your brother was lawless. You know what I'm saying? You were selfish. You didn't give all. You see what I'm saying? You didn't go all in. You protected your comfortable Babylonian individual like life. You see what I'm saying? It's the whole thing. Yeah, I agree. Like people could go in, they could put on a good act, but when you get in a situation like this, it's real hard to fake it because you're around the saints almost all the time. You're around book and Bible. You're living with them. You're sharing them. You trusting these people. You're working out issues with these brothers, and they have to be worked out. And you have to. The only thing that will make something like this work successfully is diligently adhering to the word. And like I said, if you look at Straitway, Georgia, Straitway Hub, Tennessee, if you look at Pastor Dow, I've been in Pastor Dow's house, been around his wives, been all around him, seen everything he got going on. And the only way all this works seamlessly is because he diligently adheres to the book. Then I look at these other ministries, man, they got divorces. It just looked like typical black folks. Why? Because they're not truly applying the scripts in their spirit. Once you get your mind right and you get your mind aligned with this stuff, the stuff you see here, where we got 16, 17 brothers and sisters in one little house with no drama going on, all that stuff comes easy. Where we could start a big business and begin employing brothers to work for the business, multiple brothers, and begin bringing in a lot of capital. That's easy when everybody has their spirit in the right place. You understand that? All right. Let's see. And yeah, some of y'all might be getting frustrated, but the brother's questions, he's respectful, and I get where he's coming from, and I know the brother. I think he's here. That's Darius from here in Jacksonville. So I know him. We any questions, biblical questions? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not doing no super Bible breakdown, but I just wanted to make sure that brother was asking a question related to the man, these grapes is dang good, y'all. This is grape season. He was asking questions related to the title of the video, so I don't have a whole bunch of time though. Ask a minute. All right. Let me slow. All right. Brother Gray said, people want to be Hebrew by name and designation, but don't want to live the culture. Yeah. And the book is a spiritual book, but it's a cultural book too. It's a book of how to live your life the perfect way according to Yah. So when these people jump in here talking about, oh, you can't have multiple wives in this society, it's like, dude, you just when I hear them talk, I hear them saying, I am Babylonian. I am a Babylonian Roman Hebrew. Shalom, Tara. Samaz, do you have to be vaccinated to go there? Man, dude, don't get that poison. We do not believe in that poison. The Most High gave us herbs. There's on my religious exemption letter, I put on there a verse out of Psalms. It's in the 90s or something, where it says the Lord will deliver us from the pestilence. The Most High gave us herbs for this stuff. And like I said, we have our herbal tincture that's been proven to knock this junk out in like 1 or 2 days. Or I mean, reverse it and get you going in the right direction in like 1 or 2 days. So, man, somebody typed a long one. I would love that I'm around people who think I'm a nut because I follow the laws and am set apart. Hey, check this out. I be around these brothers so much that when I do get around worldly people and I hear them say stuff about Christmas, all that, it's weird. It's like, it throws me off because I pretty much only deal with the saints here. Brother Greg, Straitway KC, or Straitway Kentucky. Shalom, Brother Greg. Good to see you on here. Folks want to be Hebrews by name and designation, but they don't want to live the culture. Yep. All right. Seth said, please give more understanding on a woman's uncleanliness. Yeah, I'm not going into cycles and all that. I don't have a lot of time, brother. You put it in the comments on the video. Not the live chat. Put it in the comments, and I'll see what I could do to get that answer for you. Yah is the culture of Israelites. I'm the only one in my family who's trying to force. Yeah, you need look. sometimes you gotta cut family off because they done drank too much of the Babylonian Kool-Aid and they can't see straight. All right. Somebody said, shalom and blessings, Brother Michael. Shalom, fam. Shalom, sis. Brother Zedekiah, shalom to you. Shalom, Brother Michael. Who is the point of contact for Straitway KC? It's the closest assembly to me. Yes, sis, what you need to do is call the dining hall. If can somebody please put the dining hall number? That's the policy of Straitway. You just call the dining hall and they will link you up with somebody near you. Can somebody put the dining hall number in the comments or in the live chat on YouTube? You put it on Facebook too if y'all know it. Okay. So since excuse me. So they'll put that in there for you and get you squared away. For he will deliver. Oh, this is the verse I put on, one of the verse I put on my exemption thing. For he will deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the deadly pestilence. All right? That's book. That's all them pro-vaxxers. Ain't gotta get the jab when you own your business. Exactly. All right, sis. That's the dining hall number right there. Okay, you got it. You seen it. Awesome. All right. So yeah, y'all. That's what it is. Just keeping it 1,000, man. People, I'm glad that brother came in and asked those questions to really look. We live this thing. I've been following the example, watching Straitway, watching Pastor Dow, Straitway, Tennessee. Man, watching all the stuff Elder Ruth is doing up there in Straitway, Georgia. Telling you, man. And then I look back at these other assemblies doing the same thing they were doing however many years ago when I was messing with them. People ain't doing nothing. They're deceiving themselves. And I'm saying that to them in love. I'm taking the time to explain that to them in love. and just real talk, the purpose of this video was because I know I still got a lot of brothers and sisters who follow Spiritual Comment. They're watching and they followed me, from before, and they come in. Like when I go up to the feast days, I run into them all the time. Hey, I followed you for a while and I saw that the direction you were going was the right way. Boom, 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 boom. You see the sister Cherie, she gonna reach out. That's a blessing. This whole video was worth it because the sister's gonna reach out and get involved, and that's what the blessing is. The brother that was in there asking all those questions, I don't know, maybe I gave him some food for thought, but at the end of the day, if y'all is not dealing with people, because I ain't gonna do no series and beg people come in. If y'all ain't opening these people's eyes, I ain't gonna do it. I can't do it. Only y'all can open them up and give them understanding. You understand what I'm saying? I'll put a 100 up in there if you understand that, y'all. Boy, these grapes on point, boy. They crunchy. I don't like eating on the videos, but these grapes are good. I think I'm gonna do a grape fast. All right, y'all put some 100 up in. But anyway, y'all, what I'm gonna do, y'all, be coming up on an hour. Got about 6 more minutes. Then I gotta hit the road and carry out my plan of the day. But appreciate all y'all coming on here. Hearing what I'm talking about. And yeah, we're gonna stay engaged. I know I'll be saying it when I get some free time. I'm gonna come on here and do some videos or post videos. 'Cause like I said, I got a lot of Feast of Tabernacles footage and all types of footage. But I'm in my busy season, so that takes priority over being um, a social media brew. Well, um, anyway, I appreciate y'all's contribution, brother Elliot. That was a dagger right there, boy. That like you stuck it in the solar plexus right here and then twisted it. It's a wrap. That was just straight script. I mean, it was just and it was a testimony. So can't beat that. I mean, hopefully that brother's thinking about what I said and y'all work for him. But this is how you're gonna really grow. Right. All right. So anyway, y'all, with that said, can't wait to see feast footage. Yeah, I'm gonna put it all together. Shalom, shalom, blessing, brother Michael and Straitway family. Shalom to your sister V. All right. All right, y'all. Anyway, that said, y'all, I'm gonna wrap this up. Appreciate all y'all tuning in. Definitely share this, like, subscribe, and all that. And with that said, y'all, shalom, shalom.